Hello, I just wanted to talk about the social distancing and with the state of things in America and the coronavirus. I mean, we can kind of see where it's going. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better, especially because of China is such a collectivistic culture. In America, we're like an individualistic culture. And frankly, I don't think people are taking it seriously enough. People are still leaving their house or hanging out. A lot of people going to work, they don't even realize really the extent of it. But here's the main point, though, about social distancing and hoarding and stuff that I've personally seen at several grocery stores already. With like toilet paper is a huge one. I don't know what these people think they're going to do with all this toilet paper. It's crazy, and it's actually part of the problem. And here's why. So, for example, I go out and I need. Let's say I need a gallon of milk, right? And now because of the state of things, you're gonna only wanna go to the grocery store maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, and then you're good. But these people, they hoard, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs of like these huge rolls of toilet paper, and they think they're gonna board up, they're gonna be safe in their house or whatever. But unless they're actual like legitimate like doomsday preppers, which I think any kind of real prepper already would have had their toilet paper, they're going to run out of food before they run out of toilet paper, and months and months. They have this supply of toilet paper for half a year, a whole year now, and then they're gonna run out of food and be back at the grocery store anyway a week or two later. So to those people, and this is the thing, they're honestly such jerks, and they're actually causing the spread of this even more. Because I went to the grocery store looking for an essential item, okay? And this is the way to do it. You want to prep for this thing, you want to hold out. Realistically, this is going to be going on for 2 to 3 months, where there's going to be cases of corona in America. I'd be willing to bet anything, probably 2 or 3 months at least. At minimum 2, maximum maybe 4, but I'm thinking around 2 to 3. I go to the store, I'm trying to get an essential item, I can't find it, so I go down to the next store now. You know what I mean? I'm exposing myself to all these people at this next store, and vice versa. If I have it, I don't. If I have it though, if they have it, just 3 times as likely that this is going to spread from one person to another. Because the people who can't find these essentials, especially I've heard like with baby diapers too, don't hoard things. If you need something, if you need to buy 1 extra thing or 2 extra of something you usually buy, definitely do that. You know what I mean? Instead of buying maybe 1 gallon of milk, I don't drink milk too quickly, maybe I'll buy 2 gallons of milk. Instead of buying 1 dozen egg, I might buy 2 dozens of eggs. But these people are going 5, 6, 7, 8, like they're gonna hold out, like they're gonna realistically not leave their house for 2 or 3 months straight. They're delusional. Those are the people, mainly 90% of those people who are buying out the whole aisle. They're hoarding. They think they're going to be good is if they can hold out for like 2 weeks. And the corona, and I've heard this expression from something else I was listening to, the corona blizzard, as if it's going to be this 2-week long thing. They're completely ill-informed. This is going to be going on for months. So you need to demonstrate smart shopping now. Obviously social distancing, right? And like, okay, do you have a year's supply of canned foods already? Are you a doomsday prepper? No? Okay, that's fine. Don't panic. You don't need to go out with your $400 or $500 and buy out an aisle. Just only plan on going to the grocery store maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, preferably once every 2 weeks. If you need to get out, maybe go a little bit later in the day. And I know other people are probably thinking that too, right? Go later. But I mean, it's a fact. Whether or not people think that as well, earlier in the day, it's going to be more crowded, obviously. And that's also partly because of this hoarding going on now too, where people think, when's the shipment come in? I gotta go in. And that sucks if you really need these things. If you're like on your last roll of toilet paper, that sucks. Maybe you do need to go in earlier in the day just to get your roll or two. But honestly, just do your duty though. Do your civil duty, and don't hoard though. Buy like 2 or 3 maybe. And then they even have limits at my grocery store now. It says maximum 5 items, man. And it's like, I don't know how big your family is, like where you need 5 gallons of milk, 5 dozen eggs. I feel like my eggs would go bad before I can even eat 5 dozen eggs. Can you freeze eggs? I have no idea. And even by putting up, I'm glad they put up the signs in a way. I almost wish they caught them off guard though at the register and put up these signs there and made you do the walk of shame and put the shit back, you know? Because even putting those signs up, it kind of gives people this mentality where they're like, oh, only limit of 5, I better buy all 5. You know what I mean? It almost gets people to buy more of the stuff because they're like, limit of 5, this is it, I need this. I need 5 things. I need to buy 5, you know, dozens of eggs. And then they do that, and then they're gone. They're gone for the next person, and then the next person, and I've experienced this myself, the next person has to check 2, 3 different grocery stores. And then in turn, the grocery stores are more crowded now. So to get the grocery stores less crowded, do basically your normal shopping, but buy 1 extra of the thing you usually buy, so you can stay out, you know, stay out of the public zones, stay out of the grocery stores a little bit longer. And the same thing when you get home from the grocery store. Obviously, a lot of them are offering, you know, sanitary wipes now, Purell, etc. Any of the good ones, at least, they do offer this right when you walk in. You can wipe down the cart and everything. After you go to the grocery store, I would definitely first put your stuff on your counter, nice clean surface. Put your groceries on a nice clean open surface that you can easily Lysol or Windex or whatever cleaner you want to use. Okay? Now, probably wash your hands first. This is going to require you to wash your hands 3 times if you want to do it do it good. Wash your hands, come back, put your groceries away. All right? Then go back, take the bags, throw those out or whatever you do with the bags, recycling, etc. Your groceries are now away, wash your hands, okay? Now clean the surface those bags were on. Okay? Clean the surface, wipe it off. Okay, wash your hands again. There you go. You wash your hands 3 times. Pretty sanitary. The items themselves are going really fast, especially the essential items now. Not many people are actually touching the items you're getting, but better safe than sorry with that. If it is something that you can clean, I would wipe it just a little bit. If it's a canned good, maybe if you want to just wash it a little bit, put it away. I mean, that's metal. Sometimes they do have that the graphic though with the paper, the paper sticker, you know, labeling the can itself. But I don't know exactly. I'm not a doctor, and I don't know exactly how long you're going to have to wait. But from everything I'm reading, the coronavirus, it doesn't stick on something and just indefinitely live. Obviously, I mean, nothing could really do that. So if you do buy food items, say like canned goods or some like soup or whatever it is, let it just kind of chill out in its own area for a bit. And I know this might be where people lose me. It might be wackerdoodle. I don't know. But if the coronavirus, say, can live on a surface for a day or 2, and you have enough food for the next day or 2 to eat something else and not the things you had just bought, and this is it's a second testament to why you should buy a little bit extra, but to not hoard. So now you bought a little bit extra, okay, and now the stuff's lasting longer, and by the time you take the thing out, it's a week or 2 later. So it gives that virus a week or 2 to die if it even was on the surface in the first place. But when you do any kind of, obviously when you do any kind of touching of anything, the face, when you do any kind of eating at all, just be really mindful of touching money, you know, grocery stores, new money. There's like a joke, I think it was O.J. Simpson actually like Lysoled his money, and that's cool until you spend the money and get change, get new money, and infects your whole wallet again or whatever with the dreaded scary coronavirus. But it is a serious thing. I'm not trying to joke about it too much, but definitely be mindful of where your wallet and your money is, your purse, anything like that, because yeah, I mean, stuff gets, when you start thinking about it, stuff does get a lot dirtier than you think. So, I mean, just expect to wash your hands 2 or 3 times, as many times as you do. And let's get through this coronavirus together, for sure. And yeah, mainly it was just a rant about the whole hoarding thing. And hey, more power to you. Honestly, complete and utter respect. This is my final thoughts. Complete and utter respect. If you're a hoarder, and if you are realistically going to stay in your basement and not leave your house for 2 or 3 months straight, awesome. Get them out of the grocery stores then. That's less people in the grocery stores after they restock in a week, and then you're gone. Your ass is out of there then. You have your supplies, right? But here's what my thoughts to you. You don't have all the stuff you need, and I assume these people hoarding are going to be back in a week or 2 anyway. They're going to realize that this whole corona thing, it's not going to blow over in 1 or 2 weeks. It's a little bit more... See, they think it's like this really extreme acute thing it's just going to storm for a week or 2. It's not. It's this like little thing where it's like, oh, it infected somebody here, it infected somebody here, and like, yeah, you leave the house and you don't really feel safe, right? And it's going to be ongoing. It's going to be ongoing for about 3 months. So unless you're willing to stay inside your house for, a quarter of a year, then don't hoard. Just buy a little bit extra. Try to get in the grocery stores once a week, once every 2 weeks, and be more mindful when you go in the grocery stores. I would say breathe through your nose. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I don't know if that does anything. It might be the stupidest advice ever. But I walk in the grocery stores, coughing puts people on edge. It's rude, you might have it. Don't cough in a grocery store. As I'm saying that, I'm literally like spewing spit. Don't cough. Don't try not to sneeze if you can't. I mean, people are on edge right now. So breathe through your nose, get in and get out, go where you need to go, don't linger. La-di-da-di-da, oh, let's look at this thing, let's pick this thing up and look at... No, you should be going in there knowing pretty much what you want. If you want candy, get candy. You can get some extra stuff that you don't, non-essentials, you can get some candy, you can get some chips, but know what you want. Get in and get out. It sucks. It sucks that people in America are going to have to live like that for the next 2-3 months, but that's how long it's going to take. So again, to these people that are hoarding, you're part of the problem. It gets other people in the stores more often. They have to check for the thing. Oh, it's not there. They go to the next grocery store. More people infected now. More people to potentially infect you, the hoarder. So you're actually part of the problem by hoarding. And that's, I guess, the final message. I know I just repeated that point a couple times. But, that's my thoughts on the coronavirus right now. I just hope people are taking it seriously. It's not doomsday. It's not the end of the world. But it is a little bit more serious than people are acting, in my opinion. And I'm not a scientist or a doctor. Just everything I've been reading, I've been really keeping up with it a lot. So, stay safe. Don't leave if you don't have to. And if you have to, don't hoard. So anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your day.